Joining us now, ABC 27 political analyst, Senator Bob McKnight. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Ann.
All right, we were just talking about everything that's going on with President Obama today.
Right.
Let's focus a little bit on his performance and less about his birth certificate for a moment, shall we?
Sure.
Okay, so voters, it's likely, will be casting their ballots next year on whether or not to give him another term.
Right.
Can you give us a report card of sorts up until now of what you think he's done?
Okay. First of all, of course, he's a very bright guy, but he is probably our most liberal senator, so I think he is subject to some close scrutiny. And I think the positives are he has taken a different approach than President Bush, his predecessor. He seeks support and participation particularly in foreign affairs decisions. The criticism of President Bush was he'd just go it alone, kind of a heavy-handed, and it said that that's one of the reasons we've had so many problems in the Middle East. The other area is, I think in a positive sense, the president has pivoted a bit in terms of negotiating with the Republicans on both the Bush tax cuts and the budget impasse in the last cycle. He did agree to compromise on his position, and I think the fact that he showed he can work with the Republicans is to his credit. I think some other areas that are positive, the stimulus, even the Republicans actually advocated funding for the stimulus, just not quite as much. I think the Somalia little incident that came up, he worked very quickly there. So I think there's some positive points that the president can point to.
Okay, so in your opinion then, where did he come up short?
Well, you and I have talked about it a good bit. I think the fact that he was, I'm going to call it bullheaded, would not pull back off the health care initiative, take it in phases, smaller bites. He then abandoned any chance of a bipartisan approach. I think there were not a lot, but some Republicans that would have supported him, and that would have made such a difference. And I think another big criticism is it is not perceived, I'm not sure really where the accuracy comes down. He is not perceived to be serious about the budget deficit. And I think that's one of the reasons Congressman Ryan's proposal has so much support. But I think those are the two major handicaps, and the difference is they aren't small, and they're huge. Either one of them, health care or the deficit, could easily take him down.
Well, just a little bit of time left. Where do you think he stands with the election? Is he reelectable?
I think he's going to have a difficult time. I think if you were to kind of speculate and say, well, gee, where could he make an end run? Where could he pull something out? A name we haven't heard for a while, Bin Laden. I think if Bin Laden were killed or found, I think that would really make a difference.
So that could put him over the top to be elected?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
Just that keep your eye on the election. It's going to be an interesting one.
Senator, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ann.
We will be right back after this with much more news, weather, and sports. Keep it right here.